guys, welcome back to my channel. A lot of you guys actually asked me a lot of motherhood questions, and I've had a tough couple of weeks, so I kind of just felt like coming on here, turning the camera on and kind of just talking about it and putting all my everything that's in here, kind of put it somewhere, because that's how I cope with my problems. That's how I deal with things, I guess. Like, I literally write it all down in my phone, or like on paper, or I speak to you guys. I literally just turn on the camera and I talk, and I always document it, so I like remember that that's how I feel, and I'm like open and honest about it, you know. Today's sit down is going to be about my journey into motherhood and how it's been. I'm just going to be very real, raw, and honest about my experience. And I may get, sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I have a mirror here. I'm in my dressing room / walk-in closet, by the way. I may get some backlash, but it's not about you guys, so I don't care. It's about how I feel and the truth that I'm living. First of all, I want to say that a lot of people don't ever talk about the struggles of motherhood. That's the first thing I want to put out there, because they just show, especially social media, and when you talk to people, they just show the good parts. They just show your happy baby. They just show your buying stuff for baby. They show all the good things about having a baby, but they never show the hard parts. It's not the bad parts. I'm just going to say the hard parts, the challenging parts. And so obviously, as a little girl, you go through life thinking, oh my god, I want a family, I want a kid, I want this, I want this, and then it just shocks you. You give birth and you're just like, boom. Things that people never spoke about. Not your mom, not your aunt, not social media, nobody ever tells you the struggles you're about to endure. The sleepless nights, the crying, the insecurities. Like, no one tells you any of that. So it's kind, you know how people say like you get culture shock? It's literally that, but I don't know what's a word for it, so it's kind of just like a mother shock. I wanted a child. I wanted that fairy tale family, a baby, kids, white picket fence, huge house, my Range Rover. I wanted that life, that dream, literally since I was 17 years old. I'm not even exaggerating that. My high school boyfriend at that time will tell you that that is what I've wanted for so long. By the age of 20, I was ready to get married. I was really seriously ready to get married, have a kid. By the age of 24, I was like, you know what? If my religion said I could have a baby without getting married, I'd be a mom right now. Like, it was just that. Like, I just wanted a child so badly. I wanted to be a mother. And obviously then I gave birth, and postpartum, oh my gosh, the next 6 weeks, why am I starting to talk like this? Sorry, I've been watching too many African things and they say 6. What was I gonna say? So the next 6 weeks after, it was just so mind-blowing how different I thought it was gonna be. Because I mean, I knew the little things. I knew, like, oh my god, it's gonna hurt the first time you pee, after labor is painful, like that's what people talk about, but people don't talk about the next 6 weeks. In that 6 weeks after you give birth, they don't talk about the breakdowns you have in the middle of the night when your baby cannot sleep, you haven't got enough sleep, you're going crazy. They don't talk about hair loss. My hair is literally, I could do this and a chunk of hair will fall, okay? They don't talk about postpartum hair loss. They don't talk about your mood swings without you even realizing. Like, I could be talking about a fruit and I would start crying. Like, your hormones are seriously haywire in those 6 weeks. And postpartum was hard for me. Pansang was hard for me. I'm pretty sure you watched my Pansang vlog. Those 6 weeks after giving birth, I genuinely struggled. I cried more than I smiled. I do not remember a day where I had more than 4 hours sleep. It was hard. But the other thing people don't talk to you about is that in those 6 weeks, everybody wants to come visit you. All the kampong, all your, like, everyone wants to come visit you. But it's like, you're so tired. You don't want visitors, actually. Like, in the day, like, you want to sleep and you want your baby to sleep. You don't want people to come and then you're tired, and you know. And so, like, any visitors I got in those 6 weeks, I was like, I hope you guys understand that I'm just exhausted. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to, what's the word? I don't want to host. I don't want to do any of that because I'm tired. I just gave birth. I literally made a life and pushed it out of my body. Like, the last thing I wanted to do in those 6 weeks was to entertain someone else's needs. I just needed to entertain my needs. Those 6 weeks, how hard it is, the postpartum pantang, whatever you want to call it, nobody talks about. Because I think people are grown, are raised to believe that you have a baby, this is the biggest blessing, this is good, 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 everything, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Yes, alhamdulillah, shukr, alhamdulillah. Wow, all my friends keep telling me, every single friend I keep meeting, they all tell me like, wow, Sarah, your dream came true. Everything you wanted as a 17-year-old girl, you're living it now. Like, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. But just because I'm happy and I'm grateful doesn't mean I'm not allowed to have bad days. It doesn't mean I'm not allowed to have some breakdowns and find it hard. Okay, we have a guest here, guys. Okay, are you gonna cooperate with mommy because mommy trying to film a YouTube video? Mommy trying to film a YouTube video. He's almost 4 months old, and let me tell you, in those 4 months, I've had so many bad days. I've had days where I just cried because, not because I'm actually really sad or ungrateful, but just because when you're running on like 3-4 hours sleep every single night, you don't nap in the day, you're having to soothe him, your baby never wants to be put down, always wants to cling on to you, you need to do housework, you need to do this, you need to do that, when you literally are doing everything, obviously it's very difficult and you just sometimes break down. And but that is, as people say, what women are meant to do. You know, they're super moms, they're meant to do it all, and and these are the sacrifices that your mom makes. Oh, you know that mommy does a lot, huh? So obviously I'm aware that, like, you know, a lot of women do it all. They do the housework and they do the soothing of the baby, sleeping with the baby, the night feeds, and the doing it all. And I know that is what I meant to get used to. But just because I know all that doesn't mean that I don't struggle every once in a while and I don't have off days. I'm the kind of mom that accepts help anywhere, anytime I can get it. If it's my mom wants to take care of Tarek, I'm like, yes, please. Then I can go clean the house. I can, you know, I can do other things. I can get work done. I'm not that mom that's like, I can do it all. I want to be, I really do, but I know what I'm capable of. I'm a 28-year-old girl living with a pacemaker who can't actually carry her son anymore. I cannot carry heavier than 5 kg. He's already almost 7. Holding him like this and soothing him and having to nah. After some time, I'm in pain. I'm physically in pain. I've ended up in the hospital. Like 2 months ago, I ended up in hospital because I tried to shower him. Just by showering my baby, I ended up in hospital because Pacey started, it was bunka. It was swollen. And I know what I'm capable of. So yes, I'm looking for a maid. Okay. This big boy always needs attention. I cannot do anything. I can't talk to anyone else. I can't do anything. Oh no. Unless the attention is all on him, he literally screams and cries. So yeah, I can't do anything. I can't work. I can't pray, guys. I can't shower. I can't, like, it's very difficult when it's just me and him. So I accept help each and any time I can get it. I'm looking for a maid, and I'm not afraid to say that. Okay guys, I'm back. So another thing I want to talk about is body image. He's asleep, by the way, and he loves to sleep in this position with his neck slightly back. Not quite sure why, but I do have my hand right underneath his neck for people that are gonna hate on me and say that I'm not protecting his neck. I am, okay? So the other thing I want to talk about is body image. And this is a really touchy topic because obviously there are a lot of women that put on way more pregnancy weight than I did. I only put on 13 kg. There's obviously women smaller than me and women bigger than me. There's women that haven't lost their pregnancy weight yet. There's women that lost it too fast. It's just, every body is different, you know, when we go through pregnancy. But I'm telling you, for me, I didn't put on much weight. I've actually lost a lot of my baby weight. I think I'm only 2 kg left to my pre-baby weight. But when I look at myself in the mirror, all the muscles I used to have, obviously because I was a fitness trainer, I was very heavy in the fitness world. All the muscles I had turned into fat. So now I look at myself in the mirror and I literally just see jiggle, 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 jiggle everywhere. And I have a pooch. All the moms out there, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Whether you had 1 kid, 2 kids, fucking 6 kids, the pooch is just there. Not to say that I don't love my body now, because I do, because it birthed Tarek, who's my biggest blessing. It showed me how strong my body is. So I love my body in all its ways. But it's hard for me to feel sexy, if that makes sense. Like I can love my body and I can think I'm still like, ooh, Sarah. But it's hard for me to feel sexy in things I wear, or even sexy for my husband, you know, like obviously that's another thing. You need to keep your love alive. Once you have a baby, it's still very important to keep the love with your husband alive. That's also another thing that people don't talk about, because they just say, oh, the attention goes on the baby. You need to, everything baby, 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 baby first, baby first. But now that I have Tarek, I'm like, no, actually, like me, him and Tarek, me, my husband and Tarek as a family is very important. Tarek is very important, more important than anything else in the world. But me and my husband as a couple is actually equally as important. And you need to put in the effort. Just because you have a baby now doesn't mean you can just, okay, I got your sperm, don't need you anymore, like go sleep outside, go do this. Like, no, like it's so important to still keep that love alive with your husband. But sometimes I struggle, obviously, because I'm like, oh, I'm not sexy enough for him. Does he still find me attractive? Does he this? Like, I'm breastfeeding, is that weird? Oh, I'm leaking, is that weird? Like, it's all these insecurities, all these questions, you know, and it's hard. And these are the things that no one really tells you about. Like, the insecurities kind of tend to come in because of that pooch, and because everything does become more jiggly, and it does take time for the jiggle to turn into hard muscles again. But you cannot just go to the gym every day like you used to. Like, I have no time to gym every day. I can only gym twice a week. And obviously with twice a week, you cannot get the results as fast as I could have if I went to the gym every day. This is, I think, the least of my struggles in comparison to everything else. But like, trying to identify myself as this new mom is actually kind of difficult, because I was one Sarah before I gave birth. Even when I was pregnant, I was that Sarah. I was this confident, like on the go, always had something to do, workaholic. Like, I don't even know what to call me, but I was like a little firecracker. I always just wanted to be on the go. I wanted to do things every day. I had so much energy. And after I gave birth, I had to learn to slow down. I had to really prioritize him and what he needed. If he was grumpy in the morning, even though I had booked a class, I couldn't go to that class. He has a routine, and that's the routine I stick to, so that he feels safe and he feels like that's his everyday thing now. So I'm really just never planning anything. I have no plans, and that's the opposite of the Sarah before. Sarah before planned everything. Sarah now needs to work around his schedule. Like, is he sleepy? Does he need to do this? Oh, is his nap longer than usual? Oh, it's he's really grumpy, I can't leave him like this. He's really having to, I guess, find a new me. But I also don't want to be labeled as a mom. You know, I've wanted to be a mother for so long, so I'm happy that I'm a mother, but I don't want people to know me as Sarah the mother. I'm so much more than that. I won't lie, there are days where I'm still kind of like, who am I? Like, now that I'm this new person, like when people ask me, what have you been up to? I don't know what to say. I'm always just like, I'm a mom, that's what I've been up to. But it's like, I don't want to answer that. I want to say like the compliment, I want to say the accomplishment, the fuck? I want to say the accomplishments that I've achieved in reactive, in my personal career, in my motherhood skills, in all of that. I think there's just so much more than just I'm a mother. But before I end this video, I want to say one thing. I want to end it on a high, because with all these challenges that I'm faced with and all these struggles, I am so proud of myself. And I'm laughing because it's like so weird. It's like, how can you be struggling but then be proud of yourself? I am living the life that I wanted as that 17-year-old girl who wanted that beautiful house and that baby and that husband. I'm her. I'm living that life, and I am doing it all. I am still working. Sometimes I get on my work calls. He's on one hand. I'm typing on my laptop on the other hand. I take work calls with him in my hand. I'm doing inventory for Reactive. I'm sometimes I feel like, wow, I am doing it all, and I can do it. And you know, when I hold him, you know, recently, because he's now more than 5 kg, and I can actually only hold up to 5 kg on my left side where my pacemaker is. When I do that and I manage to put him to sleep, I'm just like, wow, I'm so proud of myself for like pushing myself, for knowing that I can do it and I got this shit. Like, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm proud of the woman I've become. Motherhood is actually a whirlwind of emotions, and it is beautiful because you go through all of this, and that's the beauty of it. You know, you'll be able to appreciate the good times only when you have the bad times. If you don't have the bad times, you will never appreciate the good times. Tarek is now asleep. We have successfully put him to sleep with my boring ass stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and the next one will be my house tour, so that will be the final part of my moving series. I'm sorry we had to pause, but I want to tell you guys about my motherhood journey. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. Bye, we love you. I can't go so close because he's sleeping.